Oh man. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Wong Lorene. We're live. Yeah, that was my intro there. And as you could see, I am spotlighting C. Robert Walker today. Now, many of you will remember him. For those that have followed me, many of you when I was at the radio stations because I would feature him a lot. He was one of my favorites. So I'm going to be spotlighting him today. His name is C. Robert Walker. He's shared 3 songs with me, Rhythm of the Blood. You guys are going to be familiar with that one. How Can I? You may remember that one. And then Never Told Me No. That's the last one I'm going to play. He's dedicating that uh, to the nurses. That's right. He's dedicating that to the nurses around the country. So, as you can probably tell, he is quite the ladies' man. Running a little late here today, getting things set up, but we good. Well, I hope everybody is having fun at home, making what you do at home, making it worth your some time with family and so forth. So, we're in a very unique time now. So I'm gonna try and help you out with that, bring you some entertainment, um, and um, and do some different. So won't have a live guest. Robert was it. I won't have a live guest, but I'm over some of our averages, and I know you guys see that a lot when I tag that on the end. I am giving some really good promotional packages right now for entrepreneurs, small businesses, and so forth. You can actually get started with me with as little as $15 a week right now. And this would be advertised on all 3 shows. And as you know, I have New Music Mondays, I have Moving Forward, which is turning into one of my favorite shows. And then now you're probably going to notice a lot of back and forth with visual today, and maybe even the audio because the I deal with email me today to say that there was a lot going on due to COVID 19 and that, the screen may be in and out. So just bear with me on that. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. Um, as I said, my name is Wong Lorene. For those of you that don't know, I come on every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. We are live streamed on on Facebook and on YouTube. So you can catch us every Monday at 6 o'clock. If you are interested in music or being a guest on the show, you could certainly email me at newmusic@gmail.com. That's newmusicmondays1@gmail.com. Um, I'm going to say this. I need you to actually be serious. Uh, when you shoot me that email, because when you contact me on any of my social media platforms, or you contact me on Facebook and want to express that you want to be on the show, then I take you really seriously. I put a lot into this pre-production. I mean, time that I could be spending with uh, with my family. I'm here with you guys, trying to get your promos together. So if you're gonna do that, be serious, because when I book you, you're booked. And I don't double book on this show, because most everybody show up. But then, I've had a couple of guys lately that have not showed up. And it creates a mess, because at the last minute I have to put something together. So if you're serious indeed about being on New Music Mondays and receiving a live interview by music journalist Wong Lorene, then I am definitely going to need you to be serious. So go ahead and send that electronic press kit to one@gmail.com. That's New Music Mondays one at. There are a couple of things that I want you to know. Regarding, if you don't have a press kit, and for those of you that don't, an EPK it's just press kit, and it has your music, it has your picture, it has your bio, it has your appearances, or pictures or whatever. So that those are the kind of things I need. So why do I need that? I need that because the pictures I use in promos, and by the way, I create all of my own promos. I am pretty much a one-stop shop right now. I do all of my work myself until we, get a little bigger, and then I'll be bringing people in. So that's what I need those pictures for, because I want to promote you. I want to make sure that I have your picture, or as a background where we're interviewing you. You got to make it look as professional as possible. So that's why I need you to do that. As far as your music goes, your music needs to be an MP3 format. We're wasting each other's time. I mean, you could send it to me in another format, but it's not, I'm going to end up being able. So right now I only have the capabilities, and I'm okay with that, of playing the music in MP3. So when you send your kit, make sure that you're sending me music in MP3 format. Okay, and why do I need the bio? So I can know who you are before you come on camera. I can kind of get a feel for who you are. I have a co-host on hiatus right now. I believe next week. I have to look at my calendar. And she really likes the bios, because she's a young journalist and without that much experience. And, she works better when she knows who she's talking to. I mean, with me, it's a little different. Most of you I've interviewed before at some time or another. So I may not be as anal about that, but it's going to need a bio. So there you have it. You need a picture, your promo picture or pictures, because the more the merrier. When I'm creating the bio, Then you will need a okay, when I'm creating the promo, I meant, okay, then you're going to need a bio because we need to know who we're talking to. I need to know, and there may be some things that you've done since I last interviewed you. If you're a local artist in Vegas, I've pretty much interviewed you. But, there are things that you could bring us up to date about. I've had artists on. I had 3081 on a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I'd interviewed him back at one of the radio stations I used to work, but he'd done so many other things since then. So so I was able to, he was able to bring me up to date with what he's doing. So I still need those bios, okay? And then I need the music in MP3 format only, please. Otherwise, your whole press kit sent back to you because I'm not gonna go through attempting to play your music when I can't convert it to what I needed to convert it to. Okay, I just don't have that kind of time. Like I said, I'm a one-man shop or a one-woman. I have a couple of assistants in mind, but right now, through our COVID-19 pandemic, that might be a little difficult to do. All right, so New Music Mondays is a platform for up and coming artists to get their music played and receive a live professional interview from yours truly, Wong Lorene, and we are live stream on on YouTube. We may be experiencing some technical difficulties today because of the abundance of people that are online right now. This is all we have to do. So, all right, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, like I said at the beginning of the show, please email me, newmusicmondays1 at gmail.com. We're going to get back to Mr. Robert here. See, now, all of his music can be found on his platform, C. Robert Walker, the alphabet C. Robert Walker, and that's on every platform. And on, Spotify, Amazon, some of the SoundCloud, all of those. He is definitely there. All right, so you want to go ahead and check him out. So I'm gonna play. He sent me 3 songs. Now, here's what you need to know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Rhythm of a Black Woman first. Here's something you need to know too. When I was at the radio stations, I played your full song. You put it on. I played 3 or 4, 5, 6 minutes, however long. On this platform, we play a limited amount of your music because I'm limited with space. This is only a 30-minute show. So I edit your music down enough to where people could get a feel for it. So that's what I did there. All right, so now I have to be playing Rhythm of a Black Woman. That should be the first. Yeah, that should be the first one. So this is Rhythm of a Black Woman. Now, some of you have heard this because I played it when I interviewed this young lady out of Detroit. She used to be with the Black Mafia and so forth, and I played it for her. She gave me some really good. I played it as the background music. She gave me some really good visuals and so forth. So I'm gonna see if I can get this going for you. This one is called Rhythm of a Black Woman. I'm only gonna give you but remember, this is one of my favorites. This is one of Wong Lorene's favorites, and he's one of my favorite people as well. I've been knowing him for many. We were in the military together, so y'all check it out. See, can't help if she has a little attitude. Put it on just to make her strong. She'll be there when your world comes falling down. You never have to look for her. No, you never have to look around. Hear me, black woman's rhythm is like that. All right, Mr. C. Robert Walker in the building. My man. Yes. Rhythm of a black woman. Notice he is a smooth cat. So I'm not surprised about how laid back his lyrics are. He writes strictly for women for the most part. He's got he's got some pop or some house stuff that he does with other people, but for the most part, he is a romantic R&B singer, and he's out there for the women. All right, so let's talk about the advertising packages. Now, I devoted the first 5 or 10 minutes to the artist because I wanted you guys to understand how you can get on the show. The show is becoming very popular. It's a great time for me. God is so good because people are home right now. So, they're taking a minute to listen to me. So artists, don't forget to go ahead and send me your music and everything. All right. So as far as the advertising packages, so my packages, I mean, a lot of people will say they're, she's really doing it for a small amount of money, but the value that you're going to be getting is overwhelming. I'm doing it for two reasons this way. First of all, I'm a mom and pop just getting started, so I'm looking to grow with other advertisers. I mean, I've been out there in the radio business for 3 years here in Vegas, but it's been working for someone else. So now I'm developing thing. So I create all of my commercials. I edit them. I do the whole nine, and I do this for the advertisers. So we have there are several ways that you can advertise with me. You can sponsor a show. In other words, would be this show is being brought to you by ABC Mechanic Shop. All right, which means if you sponsor the show, I'll have sub sponsors, but none of them will be mechanics. So if you're the sponsor, then you pretty much own the show. I don't know if you've ever heard people say, "I got to take this break to pay the bills." Well, that's what that would mean. You understand? So you would pretty much own the show, the sponsor. So it'd be Vague Ringtone, for example. So this show is being brought to you by Vague Ringtone, where you could get da 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 yada yada yada, whatever tagline that you want to come up with, and we come up with that together. And in addition to that sponsorship message, you will also get a mention at the beginning of the show, meaning describing what you sell, what your service is, all of that. So you get that as well. Then we would go into the show. Okay. So the first 15 minutes of the show, remember it's a half hour show. The first 15 minutes of the show would be yours. So I would give you a sponsorship message. I would give you a mention. I would play your commercial all in the first 15 minutes. Okay. So you would be a sponsor. Now, after the 15 minutes is up, then I'd bring on other advertisers. And I'm not going to have more than three advertisers per show, including the sponsor. So I would do the my sponsor, give them 15 minutes, and then I would go ahead and dedicate the other 15 minutes to two more sponsors. So I would play um your commercials and so forth for that last 15 minutes. However, if a sponsor wants to just buy out the show completely, that can happen too. It's called the complete package. And it would only be $50 per month, but you would need to buy 3 months. So it would be $150 up front if you want to just buy the show out. And I think that's really, really reasonable. And For the other advertisers, you can go ahead and just uh, create your commercial, or have me create your commercial, and you could have um, a decent price as well. I think I have sponsorships now. I'm sorry, commercial advertisers now for as low as $15 a month. But I want to do it by a case. I mean, $15 a week. But I want to do it by a case by case basis, because I want to hear your story. I want to hear, what your struggles might be right now, and design a package that will fit you and your budget. Because I don't want you to say no. You dig? I want you to say yes. Well, Lorene, I want to come on. I want to be one of your sponsors. And the good thing about that is that you guys would be on the ground floor of a grassroots uh, production. Yeah, because I never stop. For those people that know me, I never stop. So I will keep this going and going and going. And like I said, I am the executive producer right now, and looking for more people to join forces with me. All right. So so those are basically the packages. But also, do you guys see that little ticker that says New Music Mondays, spotlighting C. Robert Walker, a look back at some of Juan Lorene's favorite R&B tracks? C. Robert Walker, and where you can find him on all of his platforms. Okay, that's for sale. That could be your business, the whole show strolling down there. Now, that is going to be for a special price. And like I said, I am looking at every business individually. And I would like to bring, some pizzazz to your business, right? Okay, so that is for sale. So I put that there now, but that could easily, right after this goes off, where it says see Robert Walker on all platforms, right behind that could come your advertisement, your commercial, or whatever you wanted there. So if you're a boss, a baller, a entrepreneur, any of that, and you need somebody professional to get your name out there, then you definitely want to advertise with me. Now, there are two emails that you can get me regarding these packages. The one I'd like for you to get is cutscomnet at gmail.com. CUTSCOMNET at gmail.com, because that's really the one I'm trying to keep all of my advertising businesses, all of my advertising business on. But all of you know this one, New Music Mondays at gmail.com. You can always do that. How y'all like my little W back there that's lit up? Yeah. Now that stands for Wong, the Wong channel. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you want to definitely get with me on those packages that they're going to fill up pretty quickly. I would assume. I know, you know what, some people might say, Wong, how could you possibly be talking about advertisement and people spending money this time? You know why? Because we're going to get through this. And when we do, we got to be ready, because my sources tell me that Las Vegas is going to be one of the hardest hit. So we're going to need to get out there and pull our pants up real quick, brush ourselves off real quick. We're not going to have time to be waiting around and crying and moping, oh, my business. No, we got to get up and we got to keep it moving. Okay, so I got my girl coming on at 6:45. Mimi from Mimi Life Entertainment. She's gonna. I know we've been hearing. That's all we hear is COVID-19 all day long. It actually can be really depressing. But I am a a channel, a real life channel. So I do want to bring you some stuff on COVID-19. What she's going to be talking about basically is what we can do during this time. Games we can play with kids, what we can do inside. I know what I've been doing is I've been working around the house, when my back and legs allow it. I've been working around the house a lot. Didn't really get out. Well, let me see. Didn't do too much outside this weekend, but I did do some things on the inside. Like I messed with my fire stick and things like that. And then uh I guess after I get off the phone, I got to go and check my pool because the doggone timer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a new timer for it because it won't go off. But anyway, so she's going to be talking about some of the things that we could do during COVID-19, um, just to keep our minds occupied and so forth. All right, so okay, I'm going to be back. Let's see here. I have another song. I believe I'm going to play How Can I? This is another one of my favorites from C. Robert Walker, and this one is called How Can I? And remember, you can get him on all platforms at C. Robert Walker. I don't know who this is blowing me up, and I'm on air.
You love me more, give me more, show me more. How can I make you? How can I make you love me more, give me more, want me more? How can I make you? How can I make you love me more, give me more, want me more? How can I make you? How can I make you love me more, give me more, want me more? You told me that you.
Yes. How can I? Yeah, he's definitely he's a ladies man, honey. He's saying to the girls. I had this group of women that used to be a communications group here in Las Vegas. Anyway, I had them on one of my shows, and man, we played him for the entire hour, and they was just in love. They were in love by the time I finished with them, with Robert. So yeah, so we're talking about our advertising packages. Yeah, I was talking about this ticker that you see on the bottom. That is for sale. That could be your business. We can create packages that could definitely include that. I mean, I'm very creative with coming up with stuff that could work for you. And I create my own commercials. So if you don't have a commercial, excuse me, if you don't have a commercial, then I can create one for you. We'll come together with some copy points, and copy points are simply content for the commercial, and we'll come up with background music. It's really, really a fun process. And then when I'm done, the commercial is yours. I don't know if you guys ever heard. I'm sure you have. If you're in my network, you've heard my commercials. Um, so yeah, I do all of those right here in my studio at home, and I get those out to you. And after our business is done, the commercial is yours. So that's, like I said, I'm um, a one-stop shop, a one-woman's shop, doing all of this stuff on my own right now. I would love to get other people involved, but we're waiting for this crisis to be over, and we're definitely going to be looking for more talent. Um, Mimi for Mimi Life Entertainment is the closest thing that I have now to a team member. Her and King Toddy, those are my two team members right now regarding production wise. Like they're in front of the camera, but I need people that are behind the scenes that can, do some of this stuff for me. So yeah, so those are some of our advertising packages. And like I said, I will create the commercial, or you can send me the commercial. Now, that needs to be an MP4 format. Okay. The commercial needs to be in MP format, and it needs to be 30 seconds or less. 30 seconds or less. So that is the only thing, the only limitations that I have. The commercials have to be 30 seconds. Okay. So if you're an entrepreneur, boss, up and coming, whatever, if you're an artist and you want to advertise yourself, all of that's available here on the Wong channel. And that's WONG. And the name of the network is Cuts Communications Network. Now, next week, I'm going to have Adam on New Music Mondays. Adam is one of my, I like Adam because he works hard. Adam works hard. He just came off of he came back just in time. I hope he's okay, because he was in China. He went to China for 3 weeks, and he was doing shows over there and everything. So, but anyway, I'll be talking to him next Monday. I think he's fine because I've been emailing him and he's been emailing me. So it sounds like he's okay. But he's going to be on. He's going to be bringing me some music, some new music. I'm always interested in seeing what he has, because the guy works hard. He has over 1 million followers, and he's out there. He's out there. He's doing what he has to do. He has the momentum to be a star. He has the momentum to be a star. In other words, he has the work ethic to be a star. And all he needs to do is be in the right place at the right time. Azazla Zakanika is another one that's up and coming. She's been on the show, man. I've had her on 3 or 4 times. On this show, though, I've had her on 1 time. I interviewed her live at the first radio station I was at, because she was in town. She's out of Chicago. She's another hardworking artist that is up and coming and just doing some things. She's she did a song recently with Juvenile, and I play it sometimes in the background. But anyway, okay, so we're here for music. So let me get ready. Now, this is one that Robert wrote. He said for the verses that are out there, he talks about how they get up early in the morning, and, they never say no to anybody. They always do what they have to do. And I have to give them a shout out. These people, these first responders and people in the medical profession. I'm remotely in it myself. I have a different type of clientele, but still, a shout out to all of those people that are still out there on the front lines and wearing your mask and so forth. All right, so we're going to play this one. All right, and this one is called, the title of this one, Never Told Me No. And again, Robert Walker, you can find him on all platforms. See Robert Walker. There you go.
6 o'clock in the morning time to get up. Life doesn't wait for us. Time to let the night go. Time to tell the sun hello, hello, hello. Giving you pleasure to start the day. She wouldn't have it any other way, any other.
All right, so there you go. That was C. Robert Walker, and he is definitely off the chain, and you can catch him on all platforms at C. Robert Walker. So that's the alphabet C, Robert, Robert Walker, Walker. Okay, so you know that you heard his music here on the Wong channel, and make sure you check him out. So next week, like I said, I'm going to have Adam on this Wednesday. I have Vera Moore on Moving Forward, and that's a show for successful people, people that are successful in their own minds. It doesn't matter what anybody else think about your success. It's about what you think. Amen. That's right. So I need those kind of people on the show for motivation purposes and so forth, to motivate others. I had Tyrone Gibson on last Wednesday, and he was freaking awesome. Definitely was. All right, folks. I'm going to be back in about 15 minutes. It won't be me, though. It's going to be my girl, Mimi Life, from Mimi Life Entertainment. And she's going to be doing her thing. She's going to be talking about the COVID-19. So thank all of you for coming in, dropping in, however you do it, tapping in with the WONG. That's right here on the Cuts Communications Network. And we're doing it this way. I'll see you guys next week.